We're sitting here with Dr. Chris Iiams. He is going to do a presentation here. We'd like to ask him a couple of questions. Chris, could you briefly summarize your presentation?
Yes, I'll be discussing the work that we've done here at DuPont Pioneer to build a fast and reliable prediction model for corn energy value for swine. And we have done swine digestible energy trials as the basis for this NAR technology to predict corn energy value at the point of receipt of the grain. So it's fast, it's reliable, and it helps those producers understand the energy value more real time than waiting for lab results to come back or using calculations that aren't as accurate. So it's a fast and reliable method that we've developed here at DuPont Pioneer.
What further benefits are you providing the swine industry with by predicting and understanding better variation in corn digestible energy?
Well, it's very good that, I think everyone understands that there's a difference in digestible energy for corn grain. It's not all the same like a book value may want you to think it is. So understanding, I think there is an understanding that it's different, but just seeing that there's a difference and understanding that variability so you can make adjustments to your rations is going to be very important. And as I said, I think people understand that, but the real-time prediction that comes from the instrument really makes it clear.
Some swine producers will be using different energy terms than digestible energy to evaluate their ingredients and swine energy requirements. For example, net energy. Is your prediction model limited only to those producers using digestible energy?
It just so happens that this does predict just digestible energy. We have done a lot of work to determine if we needed to do digestible energy versus metabolizable energy for swine, and settled on, for various reasons, digestible energy. So it is specific to digestible energy. We do have metabolizable energy or nitrogen corrected apparent metabolizable energy for poultry, but for swine it's on a digestible energy basis.
DuPont Pioneer corn digestible energy prediction model is being increasingly used by the swine industry. What would you see as future necessary steps your team will need to take in order to maintain reliability of this model to keep it relevant to the swine industry?
Well, that's a good question, and we always need to be looking to update it and make it as predictive as possible. As it gains popularity and moves around the world, it was originally developed for North America using grain samples that we collected around North America, and we know that germplasm is different worldwide. And so whether it be moving from yellow dent to flint type corns, white corn, just even corn grown in different geographies, they can predict differently. So we just need to make sure that we're doing work to characterize grain from around the world as this becomes more popular and be used more around the world. This is the technology that I'll be discussing in my presentation. It's the FOSS Infratech 1241 whole grain analyzer. It is a near-infrared spectrometer that works in transmission mode, and I'll describe that in the presentation. But just to give you a demonstration of how it works, this machine would accept whole grain. I'm going to put whole kernel corn in there. There's no prep work, no grinding or anything. This is just a sample of corn like you would take from everywhere. We're going to pour it in the hopper here. We have a model selected, a prediction model selected, that we will just hit a button and it will analyze this sample by taking, it's set up right now to analyze 10 subsamples of this large sample. That is something that can vary. We typically have it set up between 8 and 10 samples. And so you'll hear it go through, take the subsamples, analyze them, dump them in the bottom hopper. And when it's done, it'll give us a readout of the constituents that it's measuring. So we're just about through. It takes about 50 seconds to a minute based on how many sub-scans you're analyzing. So once it's done, it's going to flush the rest of the grain out of the hopper, throw it down in the bottom bin, and it'll be all done. So here we go. Now that it's through the whole sample, it's flushing out, and the predictions for nitrogen-corrected apparent metabolizable energy, which is our poultry values, shows there the swine DE, protein, and moisture showing up on there. So that's how it works. It's real easy.